Hi, this is Jim, and we're going to take a look at a couple markets right now. The S&P 500, I think it's made a move up. It's making kind of a bull flag here, and then if it breaks above this bar, the 611 bar a couple days ago, that's kind of got the high right here. If it moves above that bar, that'll be a bullish sign, and right now I think the S&P is headed higher. And again, if it breaks above this bar is high, that will be a good sign that it will kind of confirm that higher prices are on the way. Take a look at gold real quick. So I think the stock market's heading higher basically. I got a lot of individual stock charts I look at, and a lot of them are making like double bottoms, head and shoulders bottoms. So it looks like they're going to be breaking out to the upside. Of course, you never know for sure, but right now I would say this is a good time to start looking at buying some stocks that are coming out of bases. Okay, gold, this is August gold. Right now we've kind of made kind of a cup and handle type pattern, or just a rounding bottom, whatever you want to call it. And again, if it takes out this pivot high here made on 6/6 at 1642, that will be bullish. It put in these bars above the bands, and then it came down to test the lower band, and now it's heading higher. So that's all bullish action if it follows through on the upside. Gold looks like it's going to be heading higher. So that's it for futures for today. We'll take a look at a couple more tomorrow. SCLN is a stock we just got in the premium stock newsletter, and again, we're above the bands here. The bands show it's in an uptrend, and here's what I like about SCLN is if you look at a weekly chart, it kind of made a cup with handle on a weekly chart, and it's breaking out to new highs, new like 52-week highs. It's not new all-time highs, but it's highs that haven't been seen for a long time in this stock. SCLN here was like the high was 688, so right around 7, and then here the high was 697. So this is a cup, this is the handle, and then the breakout point would have been about 710, and it's traded at 720 yesterday. So this stock I think is just breaking out from a cup with handle on the weekly, and I think this stock has good upside potential. I think it's heading higher from here. AA, Alcoa Aluminum. This is what I'm talking about. These stocks look like they're basing, and they look like they'll break out to the upside. When you see a lot of the major stocks, well, that's the weekly chart. I need the daily chart. I mean, we could have looked at the weekly, but I think, well, the weekly actually looks like it's making a double bottom there. It went by kind of quick, sorry. But anyway, this is what I wanted to show you on Alcoa Aluminum. See, this looks like it's making a head and shoulders bottom here. Here's the shoulder, here's the head, and this could be the shoulder. Now again, a head and shoulders isn't complete until it breaks through the neckline, so we need a breakout above these two pivot highs, 8.92. So really about $9 a share would be a breakout for AA Alcoa. But the thing is, when you see a bunch of stocks like this making bases, and the general market like the S&P we looked at earlier, the futures is breaking out, looks like it's heading higher, that just kind of tells you that the stock market is probably going to head higher, because a lot of these stocks look like they're making bases and they're going to break higher. Now again, this could continue lower from here. This is just a potential head and shoulders base, but again, we're going to watch this one. This is one I'll probably buy in the premium newsletter if we get a breakout or a buy signal up here somewhere. This is what I'm watching. So AA is a good stock to watch right now. In the Forex newsletter, we're long the AUD CAD, and that's shaping up to be a good trade for us. So far in the Forex this year, I know it sounds kind of hard to believe. It's kind of hard to believe for me too, but I mean, I've got something that's working basically, but I've got 7 out of 8 winners so far in Forex this year, and we got long this pair right on the breakout of this high. I looked at this as a head and shoulders bottom here, and we bought above basically above the neckline right here, and so far so good. This pair is moving our way. everything looks good on the upside. Probably the worst that would happen is we'll get break even. If it started looking like it wasn't going to move higher, I'll bring the stop up to break even. I don't have it at break even right now, but I would probably. But everything looks good for this. Looks like we might have another profit. And the other pair we're in the Forex newsletter is AUD USD. And I don't think we're much ahead on that one, but the chart looks good, so I'm hopeful that this will move our way too. The dollar's down a little this morning, so, and that's reflected in this pair here. We went long right on a breakout of this pivot high here, so we're actually just a tiny bit ahead on this trade because we got long right above this pivot high. Right, this bar here on 611 just barely went above this pivot high, but that was enough to stop us into the trade. But the bands are starting to hook up, so that's bullish. It's trading above the bands, which I consider that bullish. I'd like to see some full bars above the bands, which it did put in one full bar here, but if it put in, it's putting in maybe one today, and then if it put in a couple more, then that would really give me confidence that this is going to continue higher. And the stochastic shows the momentum's up. So again, this pair, I feel like we're in good shape on this pair. And the nice thing about these Forex pairs is if you trade the mini lots, which I recommend in my newsletter, the risk is only like about $200, and we've been getting like $200, $300, $400 profits. So I mean, if you can risk $200 and get a $400 profit, that's a nice trade, and we're doing it on a consistent basis, and it's a lower risk way to trade. So if you're looking for a low risk, like if you have a smaller account and you don't know what to trade and you don't want to trade futures, because obviously futures are going to be a little more expensive, this Forex mini lot is a good way to trade, and I put out a lot of good trades in my premium Forex newsletter for that. So that's the markets we'll look at today. We'll look at a few more tomorrow. Thanks for listening to my video. Jim.